being told that a confrontation is going down backstage between Schmitty and the undisputed World Heavyweight Champion, Justin Sane. We're trying to get a cameraman onto the scene as quickly as we possibly can for you to catch what the hell is going down between these two. I'm being told that a fight has erupted. Hopefully this cameraman can get there quickly. I want to see what the fuck is going on. Security is on their way. Hopefully they get there quickly. Let's find out what's going down between these two. Schmitty and Justin Sane getting into a confrontation. We're going to take you to the scene right now. And as the cameraman arrives to the scene of the brawl, we can already hear fighting before we get visuals. And Schmitty, right in the midst of putting Sane overhead, flapjack to the world champion. I don't know what is happening here, my friends. Who started this? What started it? I was just told as we were starting to go live for the main card of Dark Carnival that these two were beating the hell out of each other. Schmitty's scheduled to compete in the co-main event later on, where he battles Samuel Boone to crown a unified CMV United States Champion and the self-proclaimed greatest professional wrestler on the planet today, in the midst of putting a hurting on the unpredictable one, Justin Sane, Sling Blade backstage on the cold concrete. Security is trying to arrive on the scene as quickly as they can. You can see workers up in the distance. That's Xander Slade getting interviewed. You see that CMV.com exclusive. You can see what he has to say. You join the website. But right now, Schmitty with a neck breaker on the concrete. Elbow drop to the lower spine. And remember, earlier this week on Monday Night Fusion, after Justin Sane defeated Chris Andrews in that hellacious steel cage match, 5-star match, it was amazing, the two went going at it. Schmitty, who had taken over the reins as general manager for the night and certainly made his mark, made his authority, well known, attacked Justin Sane, a brutal beatdown. He threw him into the steel steps into the ring apron, choked him out, beat the hell out of him, lefts and rights. Obviously trying to make a big impact, a claim for the title, which we know he said in the past, the United States title is all grand and good, but I'm going after that world championship. I want that title, Sane. Maybe that's what this is all about. Justin Sane not letting him get the edge over him like that. Swinging a reverse STO by Sane. Vintage Justin Sane as he rams him into the laundry hamper. Now a front headlock. Where's the unpredictable one taking him? What are you talking about, Topher? It's 1,000,000 miles a minute right now. Oh, stunner! Lays out Schmitty. Try refreshing, Topher. And Justin Sane now. These two gonna spill into the locker room. King Matt, El Jefe, Elijah Stewart, and of course Nikolai Ivanovich were supposed to kick off the main card with that fatal 4-way for the light heavyweight title. But breaking news, these two going at it. Oh, rat ecstatic. Big fan of Caden Kinra. Schmitty to his feet. Yeah, refresh, Topher. You must be stuck in the old chat or something. Schmitty. Real brings him out into the hallway. I was going to ram him into the door. Justin Sane says, "Can I come in? Do you have a moment to hear about your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ?" Schmitty says, "I'm Jewish." Drops him with a DDT on the concrete, and Schmitty, vintage Schmitty, talking that ish. Where the fuck is security, man? Where were they? It's taking them this long to get to wherever this fight's going down. It took the cameraman like 10 minutes to find it. They must be in like the depths of the backstage area here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Painkiller by Sane, bust Schmitty wide open, and now the world champion up onto the supply box. Dear God. He must have just killed himself. I think he broke his fucking leg. Got it caught up in that fucking whatever it's called. Oh my God, Justin Sane gonna go for the Suplex pile driver. Schmitty shuts him down. He knows if he got hit with that, he might not be waking up for his match later on in the evening. Rolling neck snap now by Schmitty. I don't know why I couldn't fucking remember the name of that. What is that? Why am I forgetting right now? Shelf. The shelf. Why was that escaping me? Ooh, lockjaw by Schmitty. Fucking Justin Saints just bringing everything down with him. As Schmitty now pinpoint knee drop to the world champion. We need to fire these security guards. That's what I'm saying right now. As Schmitty, look at that. Here comes the security now down the hall. Finally, I see them coming past, and Schmitty being held back. Schmitty busted wide open, pouring down his forehead, saying, laid out. Those two beat shit out of each other. What kind of condition is Schmitty going to be in for his co-main event later? Granted, he's probably got a good attitude before the match, but have to get some stitches. Who knows if he's going to be cleared to compete? The security holding him. Finally, we need to get some new guards up in here. We need to get a new ref, and we need to get some new security guards, because they are sucking it up lately. Took them like 15 minutes to find the scene there. My God, though, those two shit out of each other. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, what a fight that was, but it's officially get this card underway, my friends. With this four-way match for the light heavyweight champ. Borton, don't tell me how to live my life. I probably didn't. I don't know how I feel about you taking the clean slate either. Even though it was on Genesis. What a way to... The main card was an amazing pre-show. Match of the night still for me. I honestly do not think anything's going to be able to beat it. Maybe this four-way, maybe the champion. I'd be surprised. Anything can happen in But Sarasi and D'Angelo Prince, man, they brought the fucking house down. That might be a match of the year contender even. That was awesome. Greatest match recently. I think the greatest match probably since Randy Orton and Furious Frank went at it. As we get a John Silva, the leader of Raw, says, you just watch and learn what we are made of. Nobody had faith in Nikola. He'll make a believer out of you tonight. Yes, he will. Hashtag rising. Nikola Ivanovic, of course, a member of this group known as Rise, in his third month as a light heavyweight champion. Indeed, a lot of people, after he won the six-man ladder match at CyberSlam, said he was a flash in the pan. He'd lose it in his first defense, but he beat Elijah Stewart live from Tokyo, Japan at the time. He beat King Matt, that man right there, right next to Nikola at Point Break. King Matt didn't even get a punch after winning the entire light heavyweight championship, going through 4 other men. He got one single hit in on Nikola Ivanovic, and now everybody's coming out saying, oh, there's no way Nikola's retaining the championship, but he's surprised. He's made a believer out of me. We'll see if he could do it again here tonight. It's going to be a big challenge. I said it on Genesis. I think he's got a bigger challenge than Borton, because at least Borton's got to be pinned in order to lose his championship. What the hell? Hang on. All right, am I back? Can you hear me? Hello, hello? Hello, hello? It better not be this mic, because I just spent $70 on it. Yeah, it might be my internet. Am I speaking clearly now, though? Am I even speaking? Can you hear me at all? Hopefully you can. Hello, hello? Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2. It's time for fatal 4-way action, ladies and gentlemen. As I was saying, I do believe, in my personal opinion, you can agree with me, you can disagree with me, that Nikolai Ivanovic has a harder challenge than Borton, because Borton has to step inside the Elimination Chamber. Yeah, but at least he has to be pinned to lose his championship. Nikolai Ivanovic does not have to be pinned. He doesn't have to be involved in the decision at all in order to lose his title here tonight. As the first man out here is going to be the Good Vibes Kid, Elijah Stewart, who, alongside his brother, this past Thursday Night Genesis, were able to defeat El Jefe and King Matt in tag team match and get that last bit of momentum. No, Elijah Stewart was actually ringside for his brother DJ Moore 2 days ago on Reality Wrestling. DJ Moore took a loss to Duke Briggs. After the match, Andrew Briggs would come out and get some payback on his brother Duke, beating him down. Elijah Stewart actually joined in on the attack. They double-teamed Big Duke, sent him running for the hills. Elijah Stewart, I believe Elijah Stewart might hold the record for most title opportunities in CMV. At least for the light heavyweight championship. He's had maybe 4 or 5 shots at the light heavyweight championship. He's never been able to capture the gold. Again, he had that one-on-one opportunity against Ivanovic at the Tag Team Cup. Could tonight be his night? Or perhaps will the title go home with the King? The man who won the light heavyweight championship tournament, the man who was probably the last on everyone's mind to win it, defeated 4 others. Logan Cunningham, Father Victor. He defeated El Jefe, and then finally Salim Ismail got his one-on-one shot at Point Break. Didn't get a single hit in on Nikola, though. Ivanovic destroyed him. Could tonight be his night? Could the King be going home with some gold? Get his crown jewels, we used to say in terms of Quinn Bell. Borton did cash in a year ago today. Actually, I think it's a little over a year because Dark Carnival was had at a different time. Borton lost his match against Headhunter, of course, now known as the Witch Doctor, and then the same night after the main event, cashed in Money in the Bank to win his first world title. And now he's main eventing. He'll be locked inside the Elimination Chamber with 5 others, with his international title on the line. If he wins, if he can pull through it, he will set the record for all-time defenses and longest reign. He's currently tied with Jackson Jordan, Troy Voodoo, Bison, and Jeremy Blake in that regard. Jeremy Blake, one of the men he's going to have to beat to break that record. And a tweet here, guys, from Bryce Hurt says, Sane should be fined for what he did to Schmitty. Of course, Bryce Hurt and Schmitty, former tag team partners in the independent circuit. He must have saw that brawl that just went down. Schmitty busted wide open with the hands of Sane. We still don't know what caused that brawl. If I had to make a guess, I'd say Justin Sane was getting some revenge for what Schmitty did after the main event of Monday Night Fusion earlier this week. And now here comes the human fish. The Arriba Man. El Jefe. Could it be his night to bring home some championship gold? Been engaged in intense rivalry with Elijah Stewart these past couple of months. Took a loss to Stewart in a fishbowl match at Point Break even. And of course, as I touched on a few moments ago, he lost to King Matt in the semifinals of the light heavyweight title tournament. And last but not least, the man himself, representing Rise, Nikola Ivanovic. In his 3rd month as champion, I was always a fan of the kid. He was certainly the dark horse in the ladder match, but he proved us all wrong. He brought an end to Ryan Kent's legendary light heavyweight title reign. He silenced the haters, but still some linger out there. Can he do it? Does he have it in him to retain in this fatal 4-way? Certainly the most successful member of Rise thus far. He has got a hill to climb ahead of him. Fatal 4-way rules apply. First man to gain pinfall or submission in the ring will walk out as the champion. No disqualifications, no countouts. Kicking off this main card here. Immediately following, we're going to have that tag team match seeing Sam Valentine and Bannon pair up to take on Rex Carter and the Bloody Brit Chris Andrews. We now know Hotline Miami will be challenging Real Number 1 Bubbas for the tag belts later on in the evening. Schmitty, who knows if he, no word on his condition yet. Will he be able to challenge Samuel Boone in the co-main event to crown an undisputed United States champion. Still unknown. Here we go. Let's get this show on the road. Nikolai Ivanovich putting his light heavyweight title on the line against Elijah Stewart, King Matt, and El Jefe. This is the start to the main card, Echo. But the pre-show, yeah, started like an hour and a half ago. And there you have it. The light heavyweight championship is on the line. To think that when the light heavyweight title first debuted here in CMV, it was hot potato. It jumped between like 5 champions back and forth. And then Ryan Kent went on that legendary reign where he held the belt for 4 months, 9 defenses. Of course, he had that open challenge every week. And now Nikola on 3 months, 2 defenses. The belt's certainly getting some prestige behind it. Let's see if Nikola can retain or if we will have a new champion crown tonight. Why didn't you leave for snacks during the intermission, Maury? That's what it was specifically for, you ding. Crossarm DDT as Elijah Stewart and Nikolai Ivanovich going to lock up in the middle of the ring. These two went one-on-one a couple of weeks back with Nikolai Ivanovich getting the win. Afterwards, he would attack Elijah Stewart. DJ Moore and King Matt would come to his rescue, and then El Jefe would get involved, beating up everybody before security came and separated the superstars. See King Matt and El Jefe taking it to the outside. El Jefe, in an interview earlier tonight before the show started, actually blamed King Matt for their tag team loss earlier this week on Thursday Night Genesis. And I don't blame him for blaming King Matt, because King Matt refused to tag out to El Jefe. As Nikolai Ivanovich coming up from behind, the Good Vibes Kid, and a back suplex. Couple of boots straight to the face by King Matt here to the human fish ringside. Jawbreaker staggers Elijah Stewart, who is a former World Tag Team Champion, along with his many light heavyweight title opportunities. Challenged a couple of times for the International Championship. Goes for a cannonball. There's Nikola, not a usual high flyer, and he paid for it there. Elijah Stewart says, "Let me do the high flying, kiddo." As King Matt and El Jefe battling right over here near my announce table. I gotta get up. Better not mess with my snakeskin boots over here, boys. Better watch my cowboy hat. My Mountain Dew better not spill. You're going to be paying for it. Nikolai Ivanovich, a couple of back elbows to the jaw of Elijah Stewart here. Front headlock from the Good Vibes. We got half the ring cut off because El Jefe and King Matt just beating the shit out of each other here. Almost out of the camera's view. Arm drag by Elijah. Fatal 4-way, the first man to gain pinfall or submission in the ring will walk out as champion, which gives Elijah Stewart and Nikolai Ivanovich a big advantage right now if they can sneak in a pin. Elijah Stewart shoots in for a grapple. Countered by Nikolai Ivanovich, goes for kicks in the midsection. Oh, look at, oh shit, German suplex by Elijah Stewart. El Jefe going to work on King Matt over here. As Elijah Stewart looking to live out his dream of being a singles champion. Though he's back together, of course, with his brother DJ, reforming the family, dudes with attitude. And they've been on a roll as of late. Still some singles gold. Certainly wouldn't be too bad of a deal for the Good Vibes Kids. Here comes King Matt back into the fray. Big headlock driver by the King. As there goes Elijah Stewart rolling out. He took a lot of damage. Going to try to rest up for a minute. Big boot to the side of the head for the light heavyweight champion. Now he's going to roll right on top of Elijah Stewart. And guys, we have got an update from Schmitty. Schmitty stitched up. He had words in a small exclusive video saying, Sane wants to start something he can't finish. It just proves who the more dominant champion is. Boone, I'm still heated. You're in the wrong place at the wrong time, bud. So Schmitty will compete tonight since he's eager to become the official U.S. champion. Though he certainly won't be entering that match at 100%. The match is still on. The co-main event is still set to go. Schmitty and Samuel Boone one-on-one. So Schmitty kind of, I guess, saying that it was Justin Sane who started the attack, which I kind of guessed. I hinted towards. As King Matt with a vertebreaker. Driving Elijah down onto his neck. Meanwhile, Nikola Ivanovic throwing El Jefe into the barricade with a belly-to-belly suplex. King Matt and Elijah with the opportunity to steal one here. Oh, shit! King Matt! The tombstone pile driver! Can King Matt steal it? Oh, Nikola Ivanovic comes back and ring with El Jefe. King Matt says, guess I shouldn't go for the pin then. Just get broken up. Elijah Stewart looking up at the lights of honor. Nikola just going sneak a pin on Elijah right now. Now Stewart begins to stir. Lifting himself up to his feet. There goes King Matt, taken out of the fray for the time being. Nice butterfly suplex, the Lugerplex. Man, Nikola just really is a big fan of Bob Luger. Who's not a fan of the Alpha World Champion, though? Nikola might have just gone for his rolling cutter, countered by Stewart. Elijah puts him in the corner. Stewart might go for that discus. He is. Irish whip off the ropes, goes the light heavyweight champion. Discus elbow smash into the pin. Ref, what are you doing? Oh, John Cone had to take a fucking loop around. That might have been a 3 count. Would have been a close one. Look at El Jefe picking up the scraps with a moonsault off the ropes. Backslide driven by King Matt. 1. El Jefe gonna break it up. So close there for Elijah Stewart. The Good Vibes Kid now on the outside. He's in La La Land. King Matt coming back in to join the fray. Oh, and a nice German suplex from the human fish. And El Jefe just loving what's going on right. He's the only man standing. He's taking it all in. Yeah, Topher, that move is on Austin Aries in the game. It's Austin Aries' move. Please chill. Oh, up top goes El Jefe. Nikola Ivanovic is going to do some serious damage here to the Arriba man. Off the top rope. Corkscrew clothesline I think he was going for, but Nikola having none of it. There goes El Jefe taken out of the fray. Goes for a soccer ball kick to the spine. Nikola Ivanovic lying in wait. And going for both men. Irish whip going to put King Matt in the corner. Back elbow, drop kick, and there goes King Matt, leaving Elijah Stewart and Nikola on the ring alone. Big boot by the champion. Can Nikola steal it? Can he remain champion? 1, 2, no. Elijah Stewart showing his resiliency. The Good Vibes Kid staying in it. El Jefe back to his feet. Hook to the jaw. How from behind? Oh my God, he caught Elijah with it. Off the ropes. Ass first, right in the face. El Jefe become light heavyweight champion. Oh, but Nikola using the force to make sure El Jefe doesn't go for the pin. Oh my God, King Matt gonna come in and steal the pin. Go for the pin, King Matt. Ah. Oh, Sharon Nui by El Jefe. Into the pin. 1, 2. King Matt gonna break it up. Nikola had it taken to him right there. He's not feeling too good. Elijah Stewart back to his feet after taking El Jefe's ass right to his face. Goes for a hook, this King Matt. El Jefe closing in. Put into the corner by Elijah. Some teamwork here by the Good Vibes Kid. And King Matt busted wide open as the human fish. He's going to fall right on top of the light heavyweight champion. As now it is King Matt and Elijah Stewart left alone in the ring. Big boot to the side of the head by Stewart. Flips around, puts him in the corner. Elijah going to do it again. Oh, Nikola breaks it up. What a dick move. Elijah going to capture the light heavyweight title right there. Nikola, what is he doing? He's breaking up everyone's moves. Big boot, countered by King Matt. Into a Hurricane Rana by the King to steal it. 1, 2, no, just a 2 count. What a fatal 4-way. Oh, both men going for finishers. El Jefe got it off first, jumping the shark. Ass straight to the face of King Matt. But there's Nikola Ivanovic. Slaps El Jefe out of the way, goes for a scoop slam, counter after counter, tit for tat, back and forth. Mari, it's a reversal fist. El Jefe to make the pin. Oh shit. Is it too late? 1, 2, 3. El Jefe got it! El Jefe is the new light heavyweight champion. What a match! El Jefe, the human fish, the Arriba man, is the new light heavyweight champion. And Nikola Ivanovic was not pinned to lose the belt. What a steal by El Jefe. King Matt was out cold, man. Yo, King Matt had a good 30 seconds to recuperate, and he still couldn't kick out of jumping the shark. There's where he hit it, and then he went off to fight Nikola for a good, solid minute. Matt was just done, man. He was in La La Land. He was out like a light. Look at that. Just gingerly walks over to the pin. Elijah Stewart almost got to his feet to break it up, but he was too slow. El Jefe is the new light heavyweight champion. But remember this. El Jefe will be partying tonight for sure. Maybe he's going to have a celebratory swim. But Nikola Ivanovic has his rematch clause, and surely he will be coming back for that title, especially since he wasn't even pinned to lose it. But on this night, El Jefe, the Fish Boy Dream, we have a new light heavyweight champion. El Jefe is going nuts. Oh, you're going to throw the title? Jeez, disrespect the belt a little bit, why don't you? Nikola Ivanovic knew the odds coming into this one. Got to give him props for even getting in there. He very well could have, tucked his tail between his legs and hightailed it, but he didn't. And he wasn't even pinned to lose the belt. He'll be coming back for that title, no doubt. El Jefe better be ready. As we get into our next matchup of the evening, tag team action coming our way. As we have Sam Valentine teaming with Bannon, the odd couple, if you will, an unholy alliance here, as they take on Rex Carter and Chris Andrews. Of course, we found out on the pre-show, Hotline Miami winning that over-the-top rope battle royal. They're going to get themselves a Fusion tag team title match later on in the night. We heard that Schmitty still cleared to compete, despite that vicious brawl he had with Justin Sane to kick off the main card. He and Samuel Boone one-on-one to unify the United States tag team, United States Championship. Then our main event locked inside the Demon's domain, the Elimination Chamber. Randy Orton putting his international title on the line against Jay Davis, Jeremy Blake, John Reed, Kaiva, and Andrew Briggs. Of course, this is a preview of what's to come in 2 weeks' time at Regicide. Announced by Johnny Sampson at the top of the month. Chris Andrews, the Bloody Brit, will put his Anarchy title on the line against both Sam Valentine and Bannon. And Sampson tasking Andrews to find himself a partner here to take on his Regicide challengers. And he certainly found himself quite the guy to hang his shoulder on in the form of the hillbilly Rex Carter, who's been on a bit of a roll as of late. Ever since he took a loss recently to Adam Adams, I think that was earlier this week on the live event. But before that, he was on a little bit of a roll, racking up some wins. He stole Bannon's attire, because what he lost in earlier this week. He's also stolen Sam Valentine's and a couple of others as well. Sam Valentine and Bannon, we know surely are not on the same page. If that needed to be regurgitated, you need to be reminded of that fact. Bannon approaching Sam Valentine backstage earlier this week on Monday Night Fusion, just slapping him right in the face. Sam Valentine was like, "Hey man, what's up?" And man was just like, bam, slapped him right across the fucking face, letting him know that this is a momentary alliance. Can't even really call it that. A momentary banding together. Making sure that Valentine knows that come Regicide, it's every man for himself. Because Sam Valentine knows he's got to play it smart. If he would have retaliated against Bannon, who knows if Bannon would have ditched him, if Bannon wouldn't have come here tonight. And although they're not the best of friends, they hate each other, arch rivals. Certainly a handicap scenario is not a situation that Sam Valentine wants to be in. It's a situation that Paul Devine will be in coming up next when he goes one-on-one with Bludgeon and Trauma. Desolation. What, Chris Andrews releasing that special video earlier tonight, which featured the faces of Sam Valentine, Bannon, Schmitty, Justin Sand, and I believe Ryan Colt, all dancing in chicken suits. Chris Andrews showing that to the CMV universe earlier on in the show, trying to get under the skin of his respective rivals. Of course, Ryan Colt's been coming at him, hounding him recently, wanting Anarchy Championship. We know his beef with Justin Saint's been going on since the start of the season. It's Schmitty too. Was it Paul Devine? I think it was Ryan Colt. Oh, it was Paul Devine. Paul Devine too. Yeah. It was Paul Devine in there. He was in a chicken suit as well. Chris Andrews held no punches. Here comes the Dream, Sam Valentine, who is used to tag team action. Entire first year in CMV together with Lance Romance and the Bromancers. Team together, a tag team specialist, you could say, but not alongside someone like Bannon. Bannon a loner. Even when Bannon tried to form a stable around him, it quickly dissipated. Didn't last very long. Bannon likes to be on his own. But tonight he's being forced to team with Valentine and a vie for momentum heading into Regicide. A tweet from Schmitty Guy says, "Tonight will be a relief for all my fans. Sure, I fought with a thug, but I won. My match with Boone will be no different. I will win. Hashtag real United States champion." Schmitty letting us know that he's still ready to go. Excuse. Whew, my nose is stuffy as hell. 'Tis the season indeed, Tim. Oh, did he? Of course, just last month, this man, The Cure, Bannon, and Sam Valentine were locked inside of the Armageddon Hell in a Cell, competing to crown a new United States champion. Of course, which was won by Samuel Boone, who later on the night battled Schmitty to unify the titles. As Schmitty parading around with pretty much essentially an expensive replica, calling himself the true United States champion. It'll be settled later on the night. And here's a tweet from Bob Luger, the Alpha World Champion. He says that light heavyweight title match was top notch. Proud of all those guys going out there and starting the show with a bang. Hashtag congrats El Jefe. Bum, 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 bum. I'm headbanging over here to Bannon's theme music. Gotta wonder if it might have been a mistake on the part of Bannon, though, to slap Sam Valentine like that, though. Valentine played it smart. Didn't want to have Bannon abandoning him. Perhaps Sam might do the same to him here. As these two stand side by side for the first time, and I guarantee you the last time. And here comes, this is Rex Carter, ladies and gentlemen, coming out here. And like a knockoff version of Chris Andrews' attire. Rocking the Bloody Brits mask and cape and pants. the bloody hillbilly. Coming on out here, a tweet from Jay Davis says, I'm going to be representing Genesis alongside some scuba diver who looks like every member of the Wiggles threw up on him. And Jay Davis very confident he's walking out as the international champion later on inside the chamber. And a tweet from Nikola Ivanovic. He says, El Jefe, you, me, title rematch at Regicide. Kiss that title goodbye, little guy. So Nikola making it official, cashing in his rematch clause, throwing it down with El Jefe at Regicide. As quickly as possible, he wants that title back. As always, Chris Andrews making the fans wait, putting them on their tippy toes as the Bloody Brett, the Anarchy champion in his second reign, makes his way to the ring. Of course, in his first, he broke records, the longest reigning Anarchy champion of all time and most title defenses as Anarchy champion. He lost the belt to Zach Cage at Validation, but won it back quickly just 2 weeks later at Milestone. Retained it again in that Iron Man match at Point Break that was called short because Chris Andrews was beating Zach Cage's ass so bad that the ref had to throw up the X. And here's a tweet from El Jefe who says, I would like to thank all of my fishies. Bob, thank you, my friend. Arriba! Here we go, tag team action. Sam Valentine and Bannon, the odd couple, going up against Rex Carter and Chris Andrews. Look at fucking Rex, man. Someone's got to find him his attire. Where did he leave it? And Sam Valentine right out of the gate, looking to get some payback on Rex Carter here. These two went one-on-one before the Armageddon Hell in a Cell match at Point Break, of course, which Rex Carter was a part of too. And Rex Carter actually got the win over Sam Valentine. A little bit of an upset. Valentine coming hard out of the gate. Kick to the midsection. Dropping him into a DDT. A kick to the chest. Gonna plant the hillbilly back down. Sam Valentine was put on the shelf for 7 weeks after the Season 3 finale of Exodus. And he blamed Bannon and Chris Andrews for that fact. He blamed Bannon for putting him on the shelf after Bannon hit 2 healing touches on the steel grating of the chamber. And then he blamed Chris Andrews for costing him a shot at the world title because Chris Andrews ended up eliminating Valentine last to win the whole thing. And the blood has been boiling ever since. As Bannon up on the top rope, not a usual high flyer. Gonna take a risk though here early on. That's quite the distance, and he just barely touched Rex Carter there. Oh, slams him right down to the canvas. An aggressive pinfall attempt by Bannon. Gonna produce a 2 count and no more. Up next, Paul Devine, the Asian sensation at the behest of Schmitty, who booked the match while he was general manager earlier this week on Monday Night Fusion, putting Japan's biggest export in a handicap match against Bludgeon and Trauma of Desolation. Oh, look at that Uranagi slam by Rex there, setting Bannon up in position for Chris Andrews to pick up the pieces. A couple of punches to the side of the head, slamming him face first right into the mat. And the Cure quickly back to his feet, kick to the midsection, drops him with a DDT. Lifting him up to his feet, the Bloody Brett with a short arm clothesline. Back and forth they go, tit for tat. Reversal after reversal. Maury's out getting snacked, but it's like 1999 up in here, my friends. Chris Andrews certainly doesn't want to risk being pinned by Bannon or Sam Valentine with Regicide on the horizon, where he defends his title against the two in a triple threat match. Andrews has fought Bannon and Valentine in singles action, though, before. In fact, I believe it was... wait a minute! Wailing British uppercuts. Gonna floor Bannon. Oh, flipping off the cameraman. I thought he was about to flip off Rex Carter. Like, what the hell? That's not a good tag team strategy there. Bannon running right into a belly-to-belly, bringing the Cure overhead. Oh, now the Brit looking to wrap things up early with a little dose of revenge. Floors him into the pin. And Valentine, surely with no worry of Bannon's well-being, just wants to save the match for himself, breaking up the pin there at the count of 2. As the Cure has got to be making a tag because he has been getting whopped by the Anarchy Champion. Those mounted punches now. He's just going in. He's going hard in the motherfucking paint, you could say. And Bannon. Oh, Bannon! This new move he's been hitting these past couple of weeks. Half Nelson electric chair driver into the pin to steal it. 1, 2. Only a 2 count, though, for Bannon. As Valentine is absolutely just fucking begging for the tag over there, but Bannon's just staring at the downed Andrews. I don't know what the hell he's doing. He should try to capitalize right now. Chris Andrews is obviously, a little bit spazzed out right now. And Lalo, what is Bannon doing? Oh, going for the healing touch. He wasted far too much time. Hook to the jaw, counter by the Brit, forearm smash to retaliate. Andrews shoots in, fireman's carry, takes him overhead. And that somehow rocked Bannon. Andrews shoots in. Full Nelson slam to the chair. Brings him up to his feet. Waiting British uppercut a second time. This time going to try for the pin. Right in the corner though. Sam going to be able to break that up pretty easily. And he does indeed at the count of 2. Bannon's beginning to pull a King Matt here like we saw. Oh! The referee got in the way. Bannon capitalizing on the distraction. The healing touch from the King of the Darkness as he goes right into the pin. 1, 2, just a 2 count though. And now Bannon channeling those dark forces as he looks to stay in the driver's seat here. Gonna try and mount that comeback, double forearms, a clothesline, ducks Andrews' clothesline attempt right into a modified facebuster. And the Brit is in a bad way right now as Andrews shoots for another sig attempt, countered by the bloody Brit. Jabs him into the corner, kick to the midsection. We have not seen this in a while. He's got to be careful of Valentine ringside. And Sam gonna help out Bannon as he stops Brit from going for the British drive-by. Now gonna put him back in the ring, or at least he's trying to. He's having a little bit of trouble. There he goes, feeds him right to Bannon. Great teamwork there by the Odd Couple. Bannon got saved. If Britt would have hit that, it might have been all over. Would have been lights out for Bannon, I do believe. That's now Britt going to put Bannon in the corner. Down goes John Cohen, taken out. Quickly back to his feet, though. It's obviously inadvertent. Gets an elbow to the jaw. Chris Andrews still fighting. Jawbreaker back and forth they go. They know each other so well. Like I said, it's far from the first time they've been in the ring together. I think Britt might have just countered another sig attempt. Oh, it's Bannon gonna get taken to Suplex City, baby. Vintage Andrews arrive. Suplex City leave. And there's the third one. The third one. And now a tag to Rex Carter. I don't know how wise that is, but Britt has taken a lot of damage to see what the Hillbilly can get done. Brings the knee down to the back of the head. Busts Bannon open even. As Rex Carter having a little bit of fun at the Cure's expense here. Overhand punch. Bannon counters with a jab to the midsection. Goes for a wicked hook. Rex trying to make it a little bit dizzy here. I don't know what his game plan is exactly. As he's going to put him up top. Oh no, the tree of woe. That cut now is going to be bleeding profusely. As the blood gushes out of that wound. Hillbilly boot! Floors Bannon. And as I said earlier, Bannon's making the same mistake as King Matt did on Genesis. He's not tagging in his partner, and that's going to be his downfall. Rex Carter taunting instead of capitalizing. What the fuck was that? He was going for his sig, but he targeted Andrews last second. And now Rex Carter going to try to capitalize on the mishap with the Rexplex to Bannon into the pin. 1, 2. Sam saves it again. And Sam's getting sick of having to save this match. He's got to be careful, though. He's going to be counted out here. Bannon has got to make the tag, man. He is being stupid right now. And what is this from Rex Carter now? Locking in a Canadian backbreaker. Is Bannon going to tap? I wouldn't be surprised if all the damage he's taken. working that spine, but Bannon able to escape at a double axe handle. Gonna turn around, kick to the midsection, goes for a grapple, taken overhead. Pendulum backbreaker might have just shattered that spine into a million little pieces. The hillbilly boot again! Bannon saw it coming. Able to step out of the way, puts him in the corner. Hopefully he can make a tag here. No, instead he's going to taunt Bannon. What are you doing? Oh! Wait a minute! Bannon has the stampede? Really? Stomping a mud hole in Rex, and finally Valentine is tagged in. As they're going to use that count of 5 to their advantage, relentlessly stomping in the hillbilly in the corner here. Over and over and over and over and over again. And now a little bit of teamwork. I did not expect this from these two guys. Bannon launching Sam like a weapon right into the chest of Carter. And Bannon with a little bit of a jig into the pin. Bannon's going to break it up, isn't he? Yes, he is, because this game is so good. Bannon better get out of the ring, though. I don't think that would have been enough to put down Rex Carter anyhow. Sam Valentine, look at Bannon, can barely hold himself up. He's bleeding. He's bruised. He's tired. Sam Valentine nice and fresh. And look at that. Not allowing Sam Valentine to get up. Front headlock. Knee straight to the face. Sam is rocked. Furious punch by Carter. Stomp down onto the chest. There we go. Some life from Sam. My goodness. Elbow straight to the face. Scoop slam attempted. Rex Carter going to be able to wiggle out of it. Hillbilly boot. As soon as Sam turns around, he gets floored. And now Carter going to make the tag to the Anarchy Champion. Sam looking for a tag to Bannon. Bannon wants none of it, though. And the numbers game come back to Bannon. This might be a handicap situation at this point after all the damage Bannon took. Look at that. Power bomb by Rex leaves the Dream in position for the Brit to capitalize as Andrew sizes him up immediately. But Sam doesn't want to get up, apparently. Now he begins to stir. My dogs are very much excited for the way this match is going to end. Kick to the midsection. Hammer and sickle from the Bloody Brit. And now we're going to try it again. This time, Valentine begins to stir. Rally! Into the pin. I don't think Bannon's going to get in to break it up. 1, 2. No! Valentine has to tip in his own reserve to power out of that one. Oh, now the Brit going to do him dirty. Taking off that top turnbuckle, exposing the harsh steel that lies beneath him. Valentine going to use it. And then just whipping him into the canvas. Sam using the Brit's his own dirty tricks against him. As he puts him in the opposite corner, might be sizing him up for those rapid kicks to the chest. He is. And the Brit not in a good position right now. We know what Sam's going to go for next. Brit moves out of the way. He's having none of it. Oh, goes for a suplex. Valentine, knee to the top of the head. Staggers the Anarchy Champion. Puts him in the corner again. He's going to go for those shattered dreams. Brit's got to counter. This one might be over, and he's not going to go for it. What was this? Rope-assisted bulldog. Into the pin. Every chance he gets. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Bannon actually got in. I don't think he'd be coming back in after the whooping he took. Drop kick to the back attempted. Moves out of the way. Does the Brit Irish whip into the corner. Oh, the Brit. Gonna go for that British drive-by? What the hell is he doing? Chris Andrews. The cliffhanger! Discus elbow off the ropes! 1, 2, 3, and the Bloody Brit bringing home the win. Bannon absolutely furious as the Brit brings this bout to a close. A hectic bout, a crazy one. With the cliffhanger, loaded elbow right to the side of the head, puts out the Dream. Bannon screaming from the apron. You fucking suck, Sam. Here's the finish. The cliffhanger. Elbow right to the temple after a revenge, too. Too much for Valentine to withstand, and he goes down. Bannon not even lifting a finger to try and help Sam there, but yet he got furious when Andrews pinned Valentine. Rex Carter and Chris Andrews working very well together today. And the Brit picks up that all-important momentum heading into his title defense at Regicide against Sam Valentine and Bannon. And a triple threat match. There'll be no teams in that one. It'll be every man for himself, and Andrews doesn't even have to be pinned to lose his title, as we saw earlier. Nikola Ivanovic in that fatal four-way losing his title, but he wasn't even the man pinned. What up, Twisted Monster? This is Xbox, my friend. Xbox One, indeed. If you would like to join, CMV in the chat will give you all the info you need. !join to get a link to our website. As up next, handicap action our way. While Schmitty was still in control earlier this week, Monday Night Fusion, of course, he was put in the general manager's position after Johnny Sampson had some business to attend to outside of the CMV world, and Laura Sampson obviously busy running Ferocity. So Schmitty had to step up. And well, if you saw Fusion, you know exactly what he did. I was stuck with his personal commentator, Ted Dickens, for 3 hours. Kill me now. The arena was covered in his face. And while he still had that power, he booked this match here. This handicap match, putting his arch rival Paul Devine against his personal bodyguards, Bludgeon and Trauma of Desolation. We know what these two men can do against a regular tag team, a normal fair tag team. We saw what they could do against one man when Schmitty put them against Samuel Boone in a handicap match on Fusion, and they wrecked them. They tore him piece from piece. Actually, the co-main event might actually be fair now. Because Samuel Boone not going to be at 100%, no doubt. And Schmitty, with that fight he got to do with Justin Sane earlier, it might actually be fair now between the two later on for that United States Championship. But Paul Devine, certainly this is not going to be an easy task. Quite the mountain to climb. Mountainous duo of these two men, if you can even call them that. These two monsters. But we've seen handicap matches won before. Just this past month, 2 handicap matches were won. Gary Suckanov beat the Red Nose Stranglers, and Rip Ray beat Dirty Dennis Lewis and James Smith. So, I mean, if they can do it, the Asian sensation, Japan's biggest export, the man who puts the rising and rising sun, can surely do it. Tweet from Ted Dickens says, the match that I've been waiting for, put him in his place, boys. And Xander Slade actually said that same thing earlier tonight on the pre-show during his interview. He said, if there's anything I'm looking forward to, it's Paul Devine getting his ass kicked by Desolation and Schmitty losing his title to Samuel Boone, getting mollywopped by the Boone man. And here he comes. What up, Hellish? Paul Devine bringing the house down. Loud as hell in here. The only man who can make these fans go this crazy. The 4-time tag team champion, the former Anarchy champion, and who I believe should be the rightful next #1 contender to the world title, but a lot of people laying their claim to it, including Schmitty and Xander Slate. In fact, Xander Slate 2 weeks ago confronted Justin Sane in the ring. The two exchanged words, and then Paul Devine would come out acting like Xander Slate wasn't even there. Devine saying, I spent most of my career trying to be like you, Justin Sane. I said, if I want to be like anybody, it's going to be Justin Sane. But as I grow older, as my career extends and goes on and on, I realized I don't want to be like you. I want to be better than you. I've beaten you twice, and I'll do it again to take that world title that I deserve. And here they come now. Paul Devine in the ring, awaiting the arrival of the mountainous duo. The monsters, Bludgeon and Trauma. Desolation, who were once upon a time Johnny Sampson's personal bodyguards that he hired after Jacob Ziegler. Remember him? Rip in peace. After Jacob Ziegler brutally beat down Johnny Sampson at the end of last season, he hired these two men to be his personal bodyguards, and then Schmitty ended up getting them signed over to him. Now they're really his personal playthings. He's certainly been using them to his advantage. Beating down his rivals. Took out all of the new gods with them. Look at these two men. Send chills up and down my spine every time they come out here. Gumball, you go help him. Gumball, you go stop him, please. Bludgeon and Trauma ready to feast here at Dark Carnival. I'm sure they're licking their lips under those masks. Still to come tonight, the Fusion Tag Team title's going to be on the line up next as Hotline Miami challenge the real number one Bubbas. We've got Schmitty and Samuel Boom for the United States title in the main event. The Elimination Chamber returns to CMV for the 13th time ever as Borton defends his international title inside the Demon's domain. Here we go right now, though. Referee brings that bell. It's going to be Divine starting things off against Bludgeon. Fireman's carry going to take Bludgeon overhead as Divine looking to deal some serious damage early on. The flatliner right there. Bludgeon back to his feet. Short arm clothesline. A kick to the spine. Oh, not allowing Divine to get back up. Just kicking him in the knee. That time it looked like stomped down onto the thigh. And now a tag to Trauma. That handicap scenario already being put on display. Bludgeon and Trauma can tag out. Divine's got nobody to fall back on. No new gods. Just as they were banned on Monday Night Fusion by Schmitty. Banned here tonight as well, while Schmitty still had that power. Though they did appear on Reality Wrestling 2 nights ago with a 6-man tag win over a fatal decision. And Lex Knight, as Divine was going for Hurricane Rana DDT, counter and a drop toe hold there by Trauma. Bullplex now, Divine just being whipped around like a rag doll, which he really is to these two men who are 300 pounds, pure muscle. European uppercut. Staggers Trauma, grabbing him by the head. Hatch suplex by the Asian sensation. Divine was put through trials by Schmitty earlier this week on Monday Night Fusion. Competed in 3 matches. He won the first 2. He beat Jamari Williams, and then he beat Ryan Cole after a hellacious Falls Count Anywhere match. In the 3rd match, he was stacked up against Bannon in a tables bout, and Bannon ended up winning by powerbombing Divine through the table in the corner. I honestly didn't know if Divine was going to be able to show up here tonight after that powerbomb, but he did because Divine never backs down. Steal Tim's motto for a second, against all odds. Get a double knee backbreaker there from the 300-pounder, and then a body splash to follow it up. He's just getting decimated right now. Lift him up to his feet. You don't touch the bun. Short arm, shoulder block, and a put Trauma on his ass. Grabbing the mask. Short arm, shoulder block of his own, showing him how it's done. Hook to the jaw. Turns him around. Big time inverted power slam as Bludgeon with a cheeky little clap there on the apron. An aggressive lateral press only produces a 2 count for Trauma here. Live at Dark Carnival. 1 title change hands thus far. Our first title match of the evening. Nikolai Ivanovich losing the light heavyweight title without being pinned as El Jefe has become our new light heavyweight champion. 2 title matches still to come. We're going to unify the United States title in the Elimination Chamber for the International Championship. Beautiful teamwork there, like a modified version of the Road Warriors tag fin. The power bomb, lariat. Now another power bomb by Bludgeon, as Paul Devine is just getting wrecked right now by these two. Still fighting though, not giving in. Michinoku driver, vintage match ender for the Divines, but not this time. Paul realizing he's in big trouble, going to try to mount a comeback. Not going to go for it right away. That's a mistake, though. Instead, going to drag Bludgeon to the middle of the ring. Big time back suplex side slam. Does he still have it? Hopefully he does. He does indeed. Forearm smash. A second forearm smash. And then the catchphrase. Excuse me, a little bit of a burp there. Divine's not done. Riding high right now. Gonna go for another catchphrase. Bludgeon's having none of it. Reverse DDT. I don't know. Apparently it didn't save any of the alternate attire. It did El Jefe's. El Jefe's the only person whose attire it saved, as Bludgeon, I believe, was going for his body block. What a reversal by Divine. There's the catchphrase. A million miles a minute right now this match, though. El Jefe is the only one that the universe cares about, because I did put all alternate attires on, but apparently the universe is like, nah. Nah, not having any of that. Just El Jefe, as Divine, kick to the gut. Gonna go for Divine intervention. And Trauma coming in to survey the scene, trying to distract the ref. Into the pin, just look that 300-pounder up onto his spine. One. Oh, there's that handicap coming back to bite him. Might have had the win right there. We'll never know now. Bludgeon certainly rocked right now, though. Divine trying to stay on top of him. Takes the knee to the chest. Oh, knee to the ribs now. Discus clothesline. Might have just turned him inside out. Lateral press. 1, 2, but only a 2 count for one half of Desolation. As we look to get the other half tagged in. Trauma now the legal man. No, Tim, I touched on that earlier before the match started. Just this month, Rip Ray won a handicap match against Dennis Lewis and James Smith. And then just last week, I think it was Guri Sukhanov beat Red Nose Stranglers in a handicap match. So Nick Blake does not hold that single accolade anymore. He does hold the other one, though. The only man to fail Money in the Bank cash, and he still holds that. That's still only his. Get a power bomb by Trauma. That's like 5 power bombs at this point. That'd break Bison's record. Bison, who in 2 weeks' time at Regicide challenges Bob Luger for the Alpha World Championship. As we get a backbreaker right there by Trauma into the pin. 1, 2, just a 2 count. That's what I was saying, because Divine, he has a chance. It's been done. It's been done 3 times in CMV's history, but more often than not, you know, the handicap, the numbers game gets the advantage and takes home the win. Divine escaping that shoulder claw. Might have gone for a catchphrase right there. If so, countered by Trauma. And now Trauma gonna put Divine in the corner. We know what these two behemoths are going for. They call this M60. Bad news for Divine. This is what they put down Boone with on Fusion. Into the pin. Why does he always try to attack the ref after? 1, 2, 3, and Desolation get the win. Every time they hit that, Trauma tries to attack the referee. I don't know why, but it doesn't matter because John Cohn's got that quickness, that slick ability to sidestep. The fight was strong and Divine tonight. He gave it his all, but the numbers game and the sheer size and strength of these two men, too much for him to handle. Schmitty surely smiling from ear to ear about this result. Desolation putting down Divine here at Dark Carnival. There's the finish. M60. And then Trauma tries to attack John Cohn for some reason. Who knows why, but he's got them slick moves. And that would be all she wrote for the Asian sensation. And this always creeps me out. This gives me nightmares, the way they look at you in the camera. I feel like they're peering into my soul. As we move into our next matchup of the evening, the CMV tag team titles are on the line. The Fusion brand. From here on out, it's all championship matches. Co-main event, Schmitty, Samuel Boone for the CMV United States title. In the main event, the Demon's Domain, the Elimination Chamber. Randy Orton defends his CMV International Championship against Jay Davis, Jeremy Blake, John Reed, Kaiva, and Andrew Briggs. And Orton set the record, break 2 records for longest reigning champion and most defenses. He'll have to survive the onslaught of the Chamber to do it. Hotline Miami winning that over-the-top rope battle royal match on the pre-show to get this title opportunity, beating out Party Hard and Warriors Justice. And Hotline Miami, a very good record since debuting. They're currently 4-1. Their only loss coming at the hands of Party Hard. Their pay-per-view debut, if they could capture the tag team titles. What a victory that would be. The real number one Bubba, son of Sheik and Shanaz and Donnie, currently on their 3rd month. So this will be the 3rd month as the tag team champions. They captured the gold at no, this will be their 2nd month actually. It'll be their 2nd month as champions. They captured the gold at Validation, defeating the Blood Brothers. They retained against the Party Hard at Milestone. And we heard from them earlier, as I said, that CMV.com exclusive, saying the team won the Battle Royal. They were going to walk out with the shiny, shiny belts and remain the champions. As we had a tweet from who says, "So do I get a hardcore title or what? I done won my match." Rex Carter and on the Anarchy Championship match after he helped Chris Andrews get the victory in that tag match earlier. Shanaz Andoni in his 3rd reign as tag team champion. He currently holds the record in his 1st reign, alongside Chet Taylor, hashtag trending worldwide. 7 months they reigned as tag team champions. Of course, that was tied by Bringers of Despair. Now he's in his 3rd reign with his cousin, the son of the legendary Iron Sheik, SOS. Can they hold on to the belts, or will we have new champions crowned? Our first title match earlier saw Nikola Ivanovic lose the light heavyweight championship to El Jefe in that fatal 4-way. The Arriba Man is the new champion. Nikola Ivanovic, that tweet earlier, issuing a challenge to El Jefe. They have their rematch at Regicide in 2 weeks' time. The Serbian, the member of Rise, not waiting around. He wants his championship that he really never lost. He wasn't pinned to lose it. Never forget. I'm a big real number one Babas fan, though. I'm a big Hotline Miami fan, too. I'm a big fan of a lot of people. Who's got bags? Who's got bags? I don't see bags now. What, Eli? I think that's just the coloring on this matchup screen. I don't think he has bags. Here we go. Tag team titles on the line. Hotline Miami going to dance their way out here. Sorry for my fucking nose. Getting flashbacks to the good old days of CMV, where I did about every other minute. Now I only do it every couple of minutes, winding it down as the years go on. Awaiting the arrival of the challengers. Hotline Miami, here they come. Eli Richards and Drake Garrett. Let's see if Eli's a little bit salty after Drake eliminated him from the Battle Royal. Eliminated his own partner. Drake got 4 of the 5 eliminations in that match. Certainly the MVP of it, as Maury said. Looks like they've gotten back on the same page and they know what an opportunity this is at the tag team titles. Their pay-per-view debut. Of course, members of Nelson Clan, after being approached by Randy Nelson Jr. some weeks ago. See if they can bring gold home. Hotline Miami talking strategy as the reigning, defending CMV Fusion Tag Team Champions, Son of Sheik and Shanaz, and only the real #1 Babas, baby, gonna make their way out here hopefully sometime this year. There they are. Wearing that tag team title gold proudly. Both these men accolades in singles competition as well. Shanaz and Donnie, a former two-time light heavyweight champion. Son of Sheik, a former two-time unmatched world champion and Money in the Bank winner. You can believe that by looking at them. Hotline Miami are the guys currently in the ring, Rainbow. Eli Richards and Drake Garrett. These guys right here are our tag team champions. The real #1 Babas. A gas pump? That would be quite the tool to threaten someone with. No, Rainbow, that's their tag team name. Eli Richards and Drake Garrett together are known as Hotline Miami. They are the challengers for the Fusion Tag Team Championship here tonight. One of my favorite looking titles in all of CMV. Big props to the Topher man. There are challengers Eli Richards and Drake Garrett, young into their careers, already find themselves with a title opportunity here at their pay-per-view debut. Hotline Miami looking to bring the Thunder and walk out as champions. And of course, standing across from them, they are the reigning, defending CMB Tag Team Champions. Those belts look huge on them. Son of Sheik and Shanaz and Donnie, baby. A real #1 Babas. Coming out here to have some fun and kick some ass. Their usual manager, Rex Carter, was in action earlier tonight. Won a tag match of his own. Otherwise, I'm sure he'd be out here supporting them. Or maybe he forgot that they're his clients again. Not too sure. You never know with Rex Carter. As the referee takes the belts, I'm going to show them to Hotline Miami. Make sure they know what's on the line. Raising them up high for the world to see. Cop actually just turned 20, Tim. His birthday was like 2 days ago, I think. I think it was on Friday. It was Cop's birthday. We're all 20 now. The 20 gang. Well, Batman's 21 now. Rip. Just as everybody else turns 20. And right out of the gate, it's going to be Drake Garrett starting things off against Son of Sheik as they get a nice clean break, showing some respect towards one another. Goes for a forearm smash. Kick to the gut by Garrett. Suplex down onto the knee. Looks like he targeted the kidneys right there. And a stomp to follow it up. Taking the early advantage. Son of Sheik plants him with a short arm shoulder block. Helping him up to his feet. Back body drop. And a tweet from Party Hard Guy says, this tag match is a lot like last year's Super Bowl. It's hard to choose which team you want to go for. But if we had to choose, we would like to see Party Hard versus Bubba's 2. Party Hard almost had it earlier tonight, but they imploded on one another. Kind of had a meltdown between the two tag team partners, and that allowed Drake Garrett to capitalize and bring home the win. Stomp down onto the spine as Shanaz Andoni is now the legal man. In his third reign as a tag team champion, a two-time light heavyweight champion, and a DDT to follow through. Currently holds the record for the longest reigning tag team champion of all time in CMV. 7 months alongside Chet Taylor in his first reign. Up to the top rope now goes the Punjabi Playboy. Johnny Gat gonna take a plunge. He shows us that gyrating hit. Oh my goodness. Big body splash by Shanaz. Pears? Pears? Like 2 pears? A pair of pears, Tim? I'd have to go with, wait, what flavor of Pringles? That's gonna be the deciding factor. Eli Richards now the legal man, as is immediately taken down with an arm drag at the hands of Shanaz Indoni. Boot to the top of the head, back and forth they go, tip for tat, reversal fest, 1999 up here, scoop slip, tip by Shanaz Indoni, jumps down behind, my God! Elbow to the face, staggers the knife edge chop, countered by Eli, goes for a grapple, Shanaz Indoni grabs him by the hair on his head, back rotation suplex, my God. Lifts him up to his feet. Shanaz Indoni gonna go for that enziguri of his. Well scouted by Eli Richards here. Sour cream and cheese, Tim, 100%. Cop was being a lame-o in a party the other day. He was eating regular Pringles. Who does that anymore? Sour cream and onion, most definitely, as Eli, I believe, went for a sig. Shanaz Indoni countered. Got off that enziguri on the second attempt. Now going to put Eli in the corner. This could spell the end. Real number 1 Bubba's to retain as the tag is Shanaz Indoni. The tag out brings Son of Sheik in, I should say. And that assisted leg drop by the champs. Will it be enough to seal the deal? SOS into the pin. 1, 2, just a 2 count though. Look at Drake Garrett not even coming in to help out his partner, trusting in Richards to kick out. Bringing him up to his feet. Gonna go for that sig again, reverse, this time by Sheik, as we get a nice flatliner. And if I were Eli, I'd be looking for the tag right now. Real number 1 Bubba's in firm control. These knees right to the nether region, right to the ding dong dingus, the wiggle, the wiggle de woo. Right to the peen. Oh, there's that strength on display by Son of Sheik. Military press power slam. Pulled off without a stitch. And it's brought back to his feet, though. Immediately, no sound like a champion. Richards closing in. Nice dodge. DDT gonna bust Richards wide open. What up, Suntan? Put into the corner again for a second dose of this assisted leg drop. If they went off of this, that would be a dominant victory for the real number 1 Bubba's. Up in the air, brought back down again. Into the pin goes Shanaz Indoni. This time Drake's coming to try to help out his partner. Can SOS stop him? No, he was too slow. Drake makes the save, which surely would have been the end of this one. Suntan, you missed the very start. The debut of a certain someone. And what is still my pick for match of the night. We still got a couple of matches that could blow that. I mean, Schmitty, Samuel Boone could be very good, but both men are not coming in at 100%. I don't know if it'll even last very long. The Elimination Chamber, though, to come. The main event for the International Championship. My favorite matchup in wrestling, the Elimination Chamber. It'll be the 13th in CMV's history. The second time ever the international title will be on the line. Inside of the Demon's Domain. Big DDT to Drake Garrett. At least he's in now. Nice and fresh. D'Angelo Prince won. Suntan. Beating Sarasi in an amazing matchup. Quite honestly, I think I'm going to put it on the poll for match of the year. That's how good it was. Get a back suplex there. Oh, we've seen this before. We saw this earlier tonight in the Battle Royal from Garrett. Gonna get that money. Yeah. Ballin' as he drops the elbow down to Andoni. Firmly in control now. Eli Richards, I think he might be taken out of this one. And Shanaz taking a loop around. Gonna try to Shanaz up. Can he Shanaz up? Forearm smash. Do it again. Ducks Drake, slows on attempt. Off the rope goes Garrett. Right into a spine buster. Can we get that cheeky little pelvic thrust? Yes, we can. Drake looking for refuge in the corner. Crawling with all his might. Stomp down to the gut. Drake saw it coming. Takes a kick to the gut instead. Up over the shoulders. Looking to make him dizzy. Drake Garrett has none of it. Couple of elbows to the side of the head. Breaks himself free from that airplane spin. Now he's just going to stare at him. GG puts him in the corner. This could be the finish. Tag out to Eli. Grand Amplitude to win the tag team titles. What are you doing, Colin? John, turn around. What is he doing? Why? Oh my God, I hate this game sometimes. Oh, he's gonna go for the pin again! John! 1, 2, just a 2 count. What the fuck, John Cone? You piece of shit. He was too enthralled with what Drake Garrett and Son of Sheik were doing. We need to get Slappy in here. Topher, it's done. Fuck John Cone. Slappy's becoming the full-time CMV ref. I'm having no more John Cone. We need Slappy in here. Fuck you, John Cone. Eli Richards wants to stay on the attack, though. Keep his seat in the driver's position. Misses that springboard attempt. This gives the real number one Bubba's the opportunity to come back a third time to Eli. The assisted leg drop from the tag team champions to retain the belts. 1. Oh, just a 1 count. Drake Garrett stays, making them saves. Eli has taken 3 of those at this point. If it weren't for Drake, this one would have been over a good while ago. Now, of course, John Cone counts real number one Bubba's pin. I sense a little bit of fuckery here. Legs put out on the outside of the top rope as Eli off the top of the butterfly suplex. Look at the blood gushing from his forehead right now. It's not looking good. Might need to get that stitched up. Trying to stand control, capture suplex. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Just a 2 count. I don't know what Drake Garrett was doing over there. He was like running in circles. Yes, you did. Pierce matched like an hour and a half ago this one. That was on the pre-show. We're on the main card now. In fact, up next is the killer main event. Schmitty going to be one-on-one with Samuel Boone to crown an undisputed United States champion. And Eli taking some time to taunt there. Almost allowed Son of Sheik to escape and make a hot tag to Chinaz. Put in the corner. Will John Cone actually count it this time, though, is the question. Grand amplitude again, John. Please count it. Count it, John. He's going to count it. 1, 2. No. Of course he counts it. And it's not. He's going to try for the pin again. Drake says, fuck that, man. 1, 2. Just a 2 count. What a tag team title match here at Dark Carnival. Oh, Son of Sheik again, showing off his strength. He could so easily just throw him right out of the ring. Shows some mercy instead into a power slam. Eli Richards has eaten 3 of those assisted leg drops. Drake Garrett's been fortunate enough to not take 1, but he might right now. That might very well change as he's put into the wrong corner. What the hell is Son of Sheik going for here? Just gonna stare at that ass. I don't blame him. You know what I'm saying? From this view over here. Son of Sheik, what has he got in mind? I don't even want to fathom a guess. Oh, lawn dart face first into that second turnbuckle. And it just knocked the lights out for Garrett here. Son of Sheik knows it. Going to try to put him in the corner with eyes to finish and retain their tag team titles. No, Drake counters. Shoots down low. Garrett having none of it. Front headlock. Drake Garrett wants those tag team titles. Stalling suplex. Oh, an arrogant pin attempt. That's going to be a rope break, though. Off the ropes now. Drake with a double axe handle onto the chest. Grabbing by that bold chrome dome that's glistening in the lights here at Dark Carnival. Counters the counter to counter the counter. And now an Irish whip into the corner to retain the Fusion Tag Team titles. Snapmare from Son of Sheik. Shinaz and Noni boosted high into the air. That assisted leg drop. Into the pin. 1, 2, 3. And the real number one Bubbas remain the Fusion Tag Team champions. After a solid fight from Hotline Miami, they gave it their all. It was a close one. It might have been over had John Cone not screwed them over. after the first Grand Amplitude. But who knows? If it reaches, the world will be an ocean. You know what I'm saying? Shanaz Zandoni, son of Sheik, remain atop the tag team division on Monday Night Fusion. And there's the finish. Eli Richards took 3 of these. This was Drake Garrett's first that put him down. And Eli was so wounded he couldn't even get in to make the save. And that would be all she wrote. Son of Sheik and Shanaz Zandoni are still the Fusion Tag Team Champions. Who can knock them off their pedestal? Hotline Miami gave it a good shot. Close matchup. But the real number 1 Babas remain. They are walking out with the shiny, shiny things. Borton lives in one in his backyard. His mom let him build it. Next, folks, co-main event time to unify the CMV United States Championship. Of course, Samuel Boone is the real. In reality, he is the United States Champion after winning the Armageddon Hell in a Cell match at Point Break last month. Schmitty, though, a month before that, stole the title from the office of General Manager Johnny Sampson and dubbed himself the true United States Champion. So now we're going to settle it once and for all. Schmitty toe-to-toe with Samuel Boone to crown an undisputed United States champion here. And both these men coming to this one not at 100%, I can assure you that. Samuel Boone went through that handicap match against Desolation. We saw what they did to Paul Devine earlier tonight. That's just what they did to Samuel Boone. They tore him piece from piece. And Schmitty getting into that brawl backstage with Justin Sane at the top of the main card. The two beat the hell out of each other. Schmitty was busted open. He had to get it stitched up. But he's not backing down. He says, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to win. I'm going to become the real United States Champion, what I deserve. Telling Justin Sane he's going to regret starting something. Of course, this is the co-main event still to come. To wrap up the show, the Elimination Chamber returns. Randy Orton putting his international title on the line against 5 other men inside of the Demon's domain. Can he set the record for most title defenses? Can he set the record for longest reigning international champion? He'll have to survive the chamber to do it. And Samuel Boone been nearly unstoppable since his debut here. I mean, he's definitely going to be an option for newcomer of the year after the first month that he had. He beat Xander Slate. He beat Justin Sane clean, which some of the biggest names in CMV haven't been able to do. Then he qualified for the Armageddon Hell in a Cell. He won the Armageddon Hell in a Cell to become the United States Champion. He's beaten Sam Valentine, did that just a couple of weeks ago. I mean, Samuel Boone has been absolutely unstoppable. It's like the greatest first month in any CMV superstar, in the history of any CMV superstar. The greatest debut, without a doubt. Samuel Boone has been absolutely amazing. But Schmitty would have everyone believe that he is 10 times better than Samuel Boone or Justin Sane or anybody else on this planet. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, don't tell me this. No, God, no. Ladies and gentlemen, as Schmitty makes his way out here, look who's coming, walking over to the announce table. Dear God, it's Ted Dickens. Joining me on... Oh, God, no. I really hope that Monday Night Fusion would be a one-time thing. But as Schmitty makes his way out here comes Big Ted.
Look at this. You see, I was in the crowd, and I overheard you say that Schmitty is not the United States champion. What is that around his waist right now?
That's a very expensive replica, is what that is around his waist. He is not the United States champion. Oh my God! Because he stole it from Johnny Simpson's office.
Professional wrestler on the planet today.
Yeah, we saw how great he was earlier tonight against Justin Sane backstage in that brawl. He was so great then. Wow, 10 out of... You know what? I'll give Schmitty...
See, Sane attacked Schmitty.
I don't believe that. I don't think... Even Sane, I don't think would do something like that. I bet Schmitty initiated.
What kind of undisputed champion starts a fight on a card that he's not even on and ends up on the ground in the end, and Schmitty still compete.
I'll give Schmitty a smidgen of respect for still competing here tonight. That surprises me that he's doing that. Someone like him. I would have thought he'd called it off. We're scheduled for another... How about you fix your mic, you fucking guy, if you're going to be here on commentary with me, you
How about you fix the budget? You always give me the shitty mic.
Jesus Christ. Oh, here comes the real United States champion, Samuel Boone.
Who even is this guy? Nobody knows who he is.
And
he came in, got a few fluke victories, and everyone thought he was hot shit, but he won't be after tonight.
Schmitty tried to better his odds of winning here tonight by booking Boone in a handicap match earlier this week on Monday Night Fusion.
And if Schmitty loses tonight, it's because he was attacked by a thug.
Oh, is that why? Is that why?
Yeah.
I see. Court's got the excuses ready.
All right.
Schmitty's always got the
Thugs
excuses
attack
ready.
people for no reason at all. Schmitty's done nothing to Justin Sane, and Justin Sane decides to come on this show tonight that he's not even booked on and risk Schmitty losing his United States Championship, which that's not going to happen. So it's just going to make Justin Sane look like more of a fool than what he already is.
I have been waiting for this all week. Samuel Boone is going to kick the hell out of Schmitty, and I'm excited. I'm very excited to see Samuel Boone silence Schmitty finally. Wait, look at that. Wait a minute.
Schmitty's lightheaded. He lost a lot of blood.
Ted, wait a minute, Ted. Look at that ring right now. Who's got the title over his shoulder? Look at how Schmitty doesn't have his championship. You know why? Because it's not real. Because it's Samuel Boone's title that's on the line here.
Okay, Schmitty doesn't want to get sweat on his belt, and Samuel Boone is already sweating because he lacks cardio from coming down the ramp.
Well, Schmitty, you can see he got that cut stitched up, all powdered up. It's looking nice and clean, but the damage is still done. He and Justin Sane got into a hellacious brawl. And Sammy Boone, though he's standing tall with the U.S. title draped over his shoulder, you know he's feeling the effects of that decimation he got at the hands of Desolation just nights ago on Monday Night Fusion.
That was a fair match. That was a fair match. People keep saying it's not a fair match, but how's that not a fair match?
Right? Just like Divine earlier tonight. I bet Schmitty was real proud of that,
I'm glad you understand now.
Jesus. The referee taking the title from Samuel Boone, showing it to Schmitty. Schmitty just nods his head.
Last time Samuel Boone's ever going to have that gold.
Schmitty knows what's on the line as the ref hoists that belt up high into the air.
And, you got to feel sorry for him because he only had this short amount of time to be famous. And now Schmitty's just going to bury him.
Well, it's time to find out exactly what's going to go down. Who's going to be crowned our undisputed United States champion? As referee rings the bell, Schmitty and Samuel Boone go out of here in the co-main event. Still to come, the Elimination Chamber.
I hope he changes that shitty belt design too when he wins.
Look at Schmitty talking trash already after hitting one move, and Samuel Boone going to fire back, trying to crack open Schmitty's coconut here as he bashes him off the canvas, and a headbutt now using him as a weapon.
Okay, that's his moneymaker.
Back to the collar and elbow now, feeling each other out. This is the first time ever these two are going one-on-one. You're going to get a clean break? I highly doubt it. I bet any money. Schmitty takes the cheap shot. There you go. Big surprise.
Samuel Boone is such a thug.
Schmitty takes the cheap shot. Irish whip off the ropes goes Boone, the real United States champion, caught with a spine buster.
Real United States champion? Okay, I cannot wait for Schmitty to put this guy down.
Oh, spine buster
stop with those accusations that he's not a real champion, yet he is the most relevant champion on the show today.
The hands of the quote-unquote true United States champion, the quote-unquote greatest professional wrestler on the planet today.
See, you got it.
You know that Samuel Boone was most definitely most definitely chugged down a couple of cans of Boone juice earlier tonight to get himself hyped up and ready to go here for this one.
Yeah,
I bet
I seen him drinking out of the toilet. Yeah, you're right.
I bet Schmitty has never been approached for a marketing deal in his life because nobody wants to be associated with someone like Schmitty.
He was endorsing. No, I was endorsing KFC.
Wait a minute.
On his behalf.
Wait a minute, guys. Oh, never mind.
Someone just kicked their head in the door.
I thought for a second. I thought for a second that Mr. Excitement might join us for commentary, but he just came by the announce table and was like, nah, never mind.
You know what? Maybe we do need him out here. I'm gonna try to get a hold of him because we got a biased commentator out here, and it's just
terrible.
awful being with you.
I prayed to God every night this week that I would never have to do commentary with you again, and I guess my prayers are going unanswered here. Because here you are.
He died. He's offline.
Oh, here's a neck breaker by Schmitty. Now look at this disrespect as he just stomps on the face of Samuel Boone.
I mean, Samuel Boone's done nothing but disrespect him, acting like he's a true champion
what
when
has
he's
Samuel
not.
Boone done to disrespect Schmitty? Absolutely nothing.
He's holding a belt that he doesn't deserve.
Boone has worked his ass off, has had the greatest first month ever in CMV history.
He did what nobody else would do, went out there and wrestled a man with horns on his head.
Samuel Boone grabbing the hair of Schmitty, yanking him up over his back.
How disrespectful can you be?
Oh, now doing some squats.
Schmitty is hurt from fighting the undisputed champion at the top of the show. He had a week to recover. Schmitty only had an hour.
I mean, it's been at least an hour and a half, okay?
No, it has not. Probably not even an hour, to be honest. And yet, the true champion he is, he's still coming out here to give all of his fans a good show.
Back elbow by Samuel Boone now. Michinoku driver. Not going to go into the pin, though. This is the co-main event of Dark Carnival. Of course, Regicide. Oh! Slingshot leg drop. Slingshot leg drop by Samuel Boone. That is a signature maneuver.
What
doesn't
a
go for the pin, though.
Move. Yeah,
that might be a mistake.
Smart. That's not going to put down the king.
Schmitty to his feet. Into a lateral press every chance he gets here. Schmitty trying to steal one. Just a 2 count. Of course, Regicide is just 2 weeks off. Whoever wins this match here is going to have to defend the title at Regicide. Every championship is going to be on the line. 8 title matches on 1 card. And Schmitty now nonchalant in the corner. Acting like he's the king of the world, acting like he ain't breaking a sweat here in this one.
He's the United States champion, and he beat the hell out of the undisputed champion at the top of the show. Not to mention at the end.
Oh, is that what happened?
Presents Fusion. Yes, that's what happened. I mean, you watched it.
Wait a minute. Boone just went for the Shining Wizard, countered by Schmitty, though. And now Schmitty to his feet. Forearm smash to the side of the head. Into the sleeper hold. He tapped out Man-Wolf with this on Monday Night Fusion.
Here we go.
Samuel Boone and exactly a Man-Wolf, though.
Made the man tap out.
He's close to the ropes, but he can't make it.
Add Boone to the list.
Is Samuel Boone going to tap? No, Boone getting up to his feet, showing his resiliency.
Schmitty letting go. Feeling sorry for Samuel Boone.
Just a 1 count on Schmitty. The damage certainly done from that sleeper hold. He was in it for a good while. What's up, Schnitzel, Witzel, Schnitz? Welcome to the stream, my friend. And now Boone's going in. Stomping Schmitty while he's down. A kick to the ribs.
Thug.
Schmitty to his feet.
I mean, does he not realize this is a wrestling match, not UFC?
Schmitty setting Samuel Boone up. Gonna look to pull the trigger with some old school Schmitty. Boone counters into a powerbomb.
What?
What a reversal. And Boone signaling that the end is near. Boone to retain the title. Sizing up Schmitty. What is he going for? Oh, brings his knee right to Schmitty's face. And now Boone sizing up Schmitty. Looking for the Boone bomb. The Boone bomb. Into the pin.
Come on, Schmitty.
1, 2, 3. No. Not a 3.
Yes.
Oh, close.
Yes. You see, you lost faith in the United States champion, and that's what you get.
Samuel Boone just a millisecond away from capturing or
Samuel
retaining,
Boone is a
rather.
fool. He's a
retaining
fool.
the United States title and taking Schmitty's fake one while he's at it.
Taking advantage
just
of
put it
a
on his mantle at home
by the hands of Saint.
Give it
Saint
to his
attacked
son,
him from
maybe.
behind.
Maybe to a
I mean,
lucky
what you
fan in the
didn't
front
see,
row.
I was backstage. Zayn had a sledgehammer before the cameras even got back there.
Oh, did he?
He hit Schmitty in the head
Wait,
12 times. I watched.
let me guess. Justin Sane actually rolled up with like a group of like 10 guys, right?
He hit
And
him with a
Schmitty
car.
beat them
That's
all
how
down,
it all
right?
started.
Oh, that's so. A car in that area backstage? That's peculiar. I wonder how it fit back there.
Shut up.
Get a spinning back elbow from Schmitty now, who just came so dangerously close to losing this one, trying to keep himself in the driver's seat.
I mean, look at that. You see the staples in Schmitty's head.
Boone, look at the cockiness of Schmitty as he goes for the pin off. That facebuster nearly gets it as Boone is now busted wide open. Blood trickling from a forehead, a nasty gash right under that afro. And now a rake of the eyes from Schmitty, not afraid to bend the rules in his favor. As Schmitty Irish whip into the corner. Approaching Boone cautiously. And though Schmitty is certainly the biggest egomaniac on the entire planet, I think he's an asshole. He's certainly not stupid.
He deserves and he's earned that ego, just like that United States.
Oh my God, don't do it! Hangman's DDT out of the corner, and that might do it. Schmitty talking that trash. That's what he's best at.
There you go. He's a dangerous man, yet Boone wanted to take advantage of something
Boone.
that's just not going to keep him down.
By Boone into an aggressive pin. 1, 2, not even a 2 count. I got overzealous there. Schmitty able to power out. And Schmitty to his feet. A hook to the midsection. Schmitty closing in. What has he got here? Sit out Gourd Buster by the self-proclaimed greatest professional wrestler on the planet today. Lateral press. 1, 2. Just a 2 count. Rip Ray is not on the pay-per-view tonight, my friend. This is the co-main event. Up next will be the main event, I believe. Boone might have just counted Schmitty's pinpoint knee drop attempt. And now Boone going for the super kick that won him the United States title. Schmitty counters, Boone counters, into an STF! STF by Boone! Will Schmitty be forced to tap? Is Schmitty gonna tap?
No.
No, Schmitty breaks the hold, elbow straight to the cut.
You're a fool for thinking he's gonna tap out to such a mediocre move.
Schmitty with the lockjaw now. What a matchup this has been. Lateral press. 1, 2. And to think that neither of these guys are at 100%, they're still bringing down the house here. As Boone to his feet, arm drag, taking Schmitty
Boone
down.
is being ignorant. He needs to stay down for the count and realize that he's not relevant and nobody likes him.
And Boone, what's he going for here? A brain chop! Right to the top of Schmitty's head.
One promo. We don't even know who this guy is.
Wait! Boone! Looking to finish! Goes for the Boone bomb, countered by Schmitty! Old school Schmitty! Old school Schmitty! Into the pin! 1, 2, 3! Schmitty is the United States champion!
United States champion of the world! Justin Sane couldn't stop him! Samuel Boone couldn't stop him! Nobody can stop him!
Why, God, why? Schmitty is the undisputed
Because he is the greatest professional champion.
Schmitty is now officially the United States champion, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, dear God, that's a sight we're going to have to get used to.
How does that make you feel?
No.
You doubted him. Everyone
inside.
doubted him. Oh, Samuel Boone's the new breakout star. He's the best. Well, Schmitty put him down. What does that say, huh? I've said it before and I'll say it again.
God, the reign of Schmitty begins.
So long. But Schmitty's the game changer and things are different now.
Oh, God. I have no words. Schmitty's the United States champion, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what? I'm going to go celebrate with the official United States champion. Goodbye now.
Dear God. Ladies and gentlemen, Schmitty is the new United States champion. You know what that means? We are 2 weeks away from regicide. And Schmitty going to be forced to defend his title, the Every Championship on the line. 8 title matches on one card. You've got to imagine Samuel Boone is going to get his rematch. A little bit of a burp there. Or perhaps Samuel Boone will try to get back the title sooner. Who knows? All I know is tonight, my heart is broken into a million little pieces because with Schmitty becoming United States champion, that means that I'm probably going to have to be joined by Ted Dickens again at some point on commentary. End my life now, ladies and gentlemen. End my life now. What a match that was, though. I still give match of the night to Sarasi and D'Angelo Prince, but that was a very close second. That was an amazing matchup. Gotta give it to Schmitty. A brutal brawl with Justin Sane not an hour and a half ago, but he still came out there, defied the odds. Though Samuel Boone was neither man at 100%. They brought the house down, and Schmitty was the better man. He's the United States champion, but now it is time for the main event, ladies and gentlemen. For the 13th time in CMV's near 4-year history, the Elimination Chamber returns. It'll be the second time ever that the international title is on the line. The first was at the first annual Exodus, where Troy Voodoo defended his international title. He was actually the first man eliminated. Jackson Jordan would end up capturing the championship in that same match. Look who comes in just as I'm talking about Troy Voodoo. And let me throw some Elimination Chamber facts at you real quick, ladies and gentlemen. It's because it's lagging, Gumbel. As it is going to be Jay Davis and Jeremy Blake starting things off inside of the chamber. And the Elimination Chamber facts that I want to throw your guys' way is a man to have the most wins inside of the Elimination Chamber would be Justin Sane, who has won 2 back-to-back even. At the at the second annual Bad Blood, and the first annual Exodus, Sane entered first both times and won both Elimination Chambers. Who has entered the most Elimination Chambers in CMV's history? Well, the Moo Moo Man, Randy Borton, setting that record tonight at 3. He's been in 2 prior, at the first annual Exodus and at last season's finale, the second annual Exodus. Tonight makes it 3, the most of any single superstar in CMV's history, and Borton has a chance to set the record for all-time title defenses as international champion and the longest reign. He's got to beat 5 other men to do it. As here comes out third, the fallen angel, John Reed, going to join the fray. Jay Davis defeating Kenji Murakami. Jeremy Blake defeating Salvi and Pierre Thompson, and John Reed defeating Salim Ismail, all to qualify. Jay Davis has been an absolute roll since joining the Genesis roster late last month, defeating Zach Cage, won an impromptu battle royal at Point Break. He's been on an absolute winning streak. He's undefeated since coming to Genesis. Got to be one of the favorites to win here tonight. I think a couple of people voted for him on the predictions contest on the site. As John Reed goes for Jeremy Blake. Jeremy Blake, one of those men currently tied with Borton for all-time title defenses. It is him, Borton, Bison, Jackson Jordan, and Troy Voodoo all have 4 currently. And Jeremy Blake, the Australian Daredevil with a dragon skull. He's also the first ever Anarchy champion. Lateral press by John Reed here. And a tweet from Schmitty towards Paul Devine says, "Did you win?" And here comes the champion, the man defending his title inside of the Demon's domain here. Randy Borton, the Moo Moo Man. And immediately Jay Davis going to set his sights on him. Michinoku driver from Jeremy Blake to John Reed. And a tweet from the uncrowned prince, a.k.a. D'Angelo Prince, says, "The reclamation of the throne begins now." After that win over Sarasi to kick off the show. And Jeremy Blake horribly missing that moonsault attempt on John Reed. Out onto that harsh steel. This is the first time that John Reed, Jeremy Blake, Jay Davis, and Kaiva will all be tasting the unforgiving steel of the chamber. Borton, like I said, setting the all-time record for most chamber matches at 3 here tonight. Andrew Briggs has been in 1. He was at the one alongside Borton, actually, the Season 3 finale to crown the first ever Alpha World Champion. Suplex to Jeremy Blake on the outside by John Reed. Here comes Kaiva, the Latvian, who qualified just a couple of nights ago by defeating Zach Cage. Ooh, right down to the knee. Jay Davis putting in work on the international champion right now. Kaiva going to go join the fun with Jeremy Blake and John Reed here. As Borton with some punches off the Luthez to Jay Davis. Will we get our first elimination? 1, 2, and remember, Borton has to be pinned here. This isn't first man to a fall gets the win. It's called the Elimination Chamber. It's the last man standing who will walk out with the gold. Get a nice tilt-a-whirl DDT there by Jay to Borton. Jay out of the top rope. Might be looking for that moonsault of his. Borton could be in trouble. Or Davis going to do a cheeky little taunt right now. The Egomaniac costing himself some time. Off the top. Oh, double axe handle. Connects to Borton. Look at the teamwork by Jerry Blake and John Reed. Double suplex to Kaiva. And a tweet from Duke Briggs says, at Andrew, you're lucky you made it out of that pod. Or you're lucky you made it to that pod, rather. JTS to Borton. Jay Davis wasted no time. Here comes Andrew Briggs out 6th. And he's going to inadvertently save Borton, or maybe on purpose. Who knows what's going through his mind. Oh, and now Andrew Briggs might eat the fin of Jay Davis. No, he's able to get out of it. He's able to deflect it, rather. Clothesline going to bring down Kaiva. All 6 men now in the ring. Pinfall attempt by Andrew Briggs on Jay Davis. On top of the steel. Not even a 2 count, though, there. And John Reed with that super kick out of nowhere. Kaiva taking an ass beating since he entered. 1, 2, just a 2 count. Still no elimination yet, my friends. Borton bringing a knee down on the top of the head of Jeremy Blake. Borton, move Thunderbomb to Jeremy Blake. Meanwhile, John Reed looking for the fall on Kaiva. Kaiva going to counter. Will Jeremy Blake be the first man eliminated? No, he will not. Able to get out of the move Thunderbomb. Andrew Briggs and Jay Davis beating the hell out of each other here. Jay Davis throwing Andrew right into the steel wall. Flapjack by John Reed to Kaiva. Kick to the chest to Jeremy Blake. And now Borton. Borton looking to get the first elimination. With the Borto-en to the Australian Daredevil. Into the pin. Will Blake be the first man gone? He entered first. 1, 2, 3. And Jeremy Blake is the first man eliminated at the hands of the international champion, Randy Borton. He entered first. And Blake is the first gone. And then there were 5. Andrew Briggs taking it to Jay Davis. Oh, a shin breaker on the steel. Borton up top. Kaiva, though, into the pin on John Reed. Gonna fuck up Borton's plans. 1, 2, only a 2 count as Borton lies in wait. Stiff kick to the spine. Borton closing in. Kaiva gonna save John Reed. Irish whip gonna put the fallen angel in the corner. Gonna keep breaking up each other's moves here. Meanwhile, oh my God! Jay Davis planting Briggs face first on the steel with that Euro shouting. 1, 2, just a 2 count. Randy Borton from behind. Working on John Reed here in the corner. Kaiva just watching. He's getting Irish whip to the opposite corner. Charges him, European uppercut. There ain't no party like an uppercut party because an uppercut party don't stop. And John Reed put right back into the corner. It's like hot potato between Borton and Kaiva with John Reed here. They just go back and forth. I'm like, anything you do, I can do better. And now Kaiva's setting his sights on the international champion. Sets him up in the corner. Jay Davis and Andrew Briggs still on the outside. Oh, kidney. Or knee right to the kidney there by Davis. Oh, Uranagi slam to Briggs. John Reed looking for the fall on Borton. Kaiva, though, interfering. Oh, I don't know if Borton... Oh, Borton just saved Kaiva. And he broke up with Thunderbomb. The fall and Boot Thunderbomb broken up there within seconds of each other. This elimination chair match, a million miles a minute. Vintage Briggs with the Shining Wizard busting open Jay Davis. Andrew Briggs, a 2-time light heavyweight champion. He's been hunting for the international title all season, though. He was a part of that triple threat on the season premiere of Genesis with Borton and Kenji Murakami, which Borton obviously won. As Kaiva with that full Nelson slam of his, Borton going to let it happen this time. Into the pin, could John Reed be the next man eliminated? 1, 2, no, the fallen angel going to stick in it. Oh, and Jay Davis going to bring Briggs down onto the knee off the military press. Kaiva going to look to eliminate John Reed, but here comes Borton to break it up to save him. And Kaiva now again going to try to go for the landslide. John Reed counters front. Front trip up. And Kaiva Landslide! Ref! Ref, turn around! Ref! 1, 2, 3! No! The ref took too much time, and that allowed John Reed to recuperate, able to power out there at 2.99999. Jeremy Blake was the first man eliminated at the hands of a Bort to win by the Moo Man himself. Forward Russian leg sweep there by the international champion. That's Jay Davis locking in a sharpshooter. I think Dennis can't really tell with the angle. I think it's a sharpshooter looking for the submission, but Andrew Briggs going to break free. And Kaiva and Randy Borton just still like hot potato with John Reed here for the past 5 minutes. He's been beating the hell out of him, taking turns doing so. As Borton with that HBK-esque elbow to nobody, he completely missed it. Irish whip, Reed. I guess like sandwiched between Kaiva and Borton there. Oh, vintage Briggs. Whirlybird heads this right down onto the steel. DDT by John Reed, busts open Kaiva. And he joins Jay Davis in the busted open club. Oh, Jay Davis nearly eliminated there. As Borton with the go-home driver. 1, 2, 3, and there goes John Reed. Borton with his second elimination. The fallen angel is Gonzo. And then there were 4. The champion himself, Borton remains. Kaiva, Andrew Briggs, and Jay Davis. Jay Davis entered second. He started it with Jeremy Blake. Andrew Briggs entering last. And Jay Davis too busy taunting. That cut is nasty on Davis, man. It is gushing blood covering his eyes. Borton looking for a third elimination. Oh, but Andrew Briggs breaks it up. Irish whipping Kaiva into the corner. GG. And Briggs needs to take a breather. Couple of breaths on the outside. Borton going to try for the elimination again. Briggs going for Kaiva in the corner. Borton to Jay Davis. Borton to make a third elimination. 1, 2, 3. There goes. No, Jay Davis kicked out. Dear God, that was a close call. Remember, in 2 weeks' time at Regicide, Borton is scheduled, whether he wins or loses here in this one, to face Brett Angel. Angel coming to Thursday Night Genesis. Dave Turner setting up that matchup as Davis looks to eliminate the champion. Guidebuster GTS. Will the champ be gone? Will he be guaranteed a new champion? 1, 2. Oh, God, that was close. Meanwhile, Kaiva doing work on Andrew Briggs here. Jay Davis trying for something. I'm not too sure. Whatever it was, countered by Borton as Kaiva with that rushing forearm smash combo. And Borton looking for the go-home driver, perhaps. I'm not too sure. Countered by Jay Davis into a neckbreaker. Pinfall attempt by Kaiva on Briggs. Just a 2 count. And Randy Borton, a shout out to the man who he Kaiva! Kaiva with the landslide! Borton's got a pin again. Every time Kaiva hits his spin, someone else is getting pinned. 1, 2, 3. No, Andrew Briggs sticks in it again because the ref was busy counting someone else's pin. Poor Kaiva. And Borton needs a breather. He's holding his head. Jay Davis looking up at the top of the steel cage that he's confined in right now. Kaiva, I think, might have just countered a finisher attempt at the hands of Briggs. I don't know what Borton's doing. He's just trying to recuperate some stamina. Rest up a little bit. It's a good strategy as Jay Davis comes back and the ring, immediately caught with a kick to the gut, taken on the outside. That gash is looking hella nasty on Jay Davis's forehead right now. Borton tries for the pin. 1, 2. Borton has eliminated both Jeremy Blake and John Reed in this matchup thus far. He's got a big reverse DDT from Kaiva there to Andrew Briggs. And Borton, Irish whip, face first sends Jay Davis into the steel, that glass. Move Thunderbomb on the steel. 1, 2, 3, and there goes Jay Davis. Borton has made 3 eliminations now. Jay Davis is gone. It is down to the champion, Kaiva, and Andrew Briggs. Davis not happy about his elimination, tries to get back at Borton. Oh my God, is Borton gonna make 4? Trying to size up Kaiva. Oh my God, Borton with 3 eliminations. He keeps trying to take out Kaiva, but Briggs keeps interfering. Borton now. Oh, Andrew Briggs saves him. Briggs! Shining Wizard busts open the Moo Moo Man. And now Kaiva looking to eliminate the champion. Briggs interferes. Kaiva lying in wait. Kaiva trying to eliminate Borton. He's got a landslide waiting. Dragons, go! Briggs with a lateral press. 1, 2. Just a 2 count. And Kaiva now. Borton's not even giving up. He's so damaged that he's not even giving up for Kaiva's taunt here. Oh, Kaiva! Oh, Borton counted the landslide, but he's getting double teamed now. This is actually great strategy by Kaiva and Andrew Briggs. They can eliminate Randy Borton. We're guaranteed a new champion between the two of them. As Briggs, what's he going for here? Rope-assisted bulldog to the international champion. Kaiva, the MVP of this chamber so far. He has eliminated Jeremy Blake, John Reed, and Jay Davis. Reverse DDT, and now Briggs off the top. They're looking for something. Kaiva to a pin, breaks up the pin with a moonsault. I don't know why he would do that, but why not, I guess. Kaiva busted wide open too. Remember, he's got that blood gushing down his forehead, getting all mixed up with his paint, his warrior paint. As Briggs from behind, forward Russian leg sweep. Elbow to the midsection. Kaiva from behind. The overtime. Borton gets an edge in. Kaiva with a back suplex attempt, and Andrew Briggs breaks it up. This is like that tit for tat game we had going between Borton and Kaiva earlier. Michinoku driver. 1, 2. Only a 2 count, though. Borton, one of the most, if not the most resilient men in CMV. He's got the heart of a champion. Won the international title on the season premiere of Genesis, defeating Andrew Briggs and Kenji Murakami in a triple threat match to capture the gold. He's got the best record going this season. He's only been pinned once this season. That was by Pierre Thompson. He's lost 3 times, twice was in tag action, though, where he wasn't the man pinned or involved in the decision. And this is just absolute teamwork here by Kaiva and Andrew Briggs to try and eliminate the international champion. As Kaiva's got him up on the top rope. What is he looking for here? Superplex to the Moo Moo Man. And Andrew Briggs not letting there be any rest for the wicked. Bringing Borton to his feet. Borton. Pump handle slam at the hands of the Latvian Kaiva. Brought up to a vertical base. Irish whip now puts Borton in the corner. Bumps right into Andrew Briggs. GG takes him overhead with a fireman's carry. There's Briggs, though. Like I said, every time Borton gets a reversal, the other guy is right there waiting for him. A Shining Wizard again by Andrew Briggs. And it might not be fair. It certainly isn't in my eyes. But that's the name of the game inside the Elimination Chamber. Borton's the champion. He's the biggest threat. These two men know it. He's eliminated all 3 of the other guys. Another pump handle slam by Kaiva. Briggs taking some time to taunt as he puts Borton in the corner. Sure looking for his Shining Wizard clothesline combo. Kaiva! Kaiva with that rushing forearm strike. And Borton is in La La Land. Stomp down onto the gut. Briggs to the top rope. He has been going crazy on that top rope tonight. Corkscrew senton attempt, but it misses as Kaiva locks in a shoulder claw of doom. Going to the top rope again as Kaiva beats his chest like a warrior. Sizing up Borton. There's Briggs again to fuck him over. No, he goes to the landslide. He broke it up. Dear God, Kaiva's got to be pissed. But they keep the alliance intact. Borton brought to his feet. Irish whip to the other side of the ring. Briggs keeps going up to the top like, fuck, man. Come on, I'm trying to do something here. Borton put on the top. Perhaps going to eat another superplex. Boot to the chest. Borton taking down Kaiva with a wild chop to the back of the head. Briggs lying in wait. Borton tries to finish. Back suplex by Briggs. And now Briggs to the top. Can he finally hit it? He's been trying desperately to hit this. But Borton gets it out of here! Oh my God! Into the pin! 1, 2! No! Briggs, what? How did Briggs kick out? What a match! And now Kaiva just doing the moonwalk in the corner. Briggs trying to get back to his feet after taking that Borto end. Body splash by Kaiva. Andrew Briggs decides to taunt. Now's a good time, I guess. At least Borton's not getting double teamed, just as I say that. Briggs moving in. Kaiva back and forth with the champion. Here comes Andrew Briggs. Puts Borton in the corner. Oh, what? What's going on? What the hell is happening here? O'Connor rolled German by Kaiva. I think Briggs was looking for his finisher, though. Half and half, right back to the teamwork assault here from Briggs and Kaiva. Put into the corner. We know what Briggs is going for. That Shining Wizard short arm clothesline combination. Kaiva gets some revenge on Briggs for breaking up 2 of his landslides. Pinfall attempt by the Latvian. 1, 2, just a 2 count. Oh, moonsault to the Moo Moo Man. And now these stomps to the chest. Kaiva and Briggs wondering what the fuck do we have to do to keep down Borton. Briggs just loves that top rope in this match. My God. Oh, missile drop kick. Just as Borton was getting the upper hand. This is disgusting by Kaiva and Briggs here. Come on. What happened to every man for himself? I know I said it's smart strategy. It might be, but this is just disgusting. They're dismantling Borton. Now a knee to the side of the head of the Milkman. Blood gushing from his forehead, but he has not given up. This handicap situation really fucking him over. Shining Wizard a 3rd time by Andrew Briggs to the champion. Briggs knows that's not going to be enough. Puts him in the corner. Oh, but Borton refusing to go down. Oh, Briggs just hit the referee. John Cole's like, fuck you said, homie? Pump handle slam once more by Kaiva. Lifting him up to his feet. Puts him in the corner, gonna try again. This time Kaiva's not gonna interfere. Shining Wizard. Short arm clothesline. Into the pin. 1, 2. Oh my God! What? Briggs and Kaiva, their jaws are dropped on the mat. How did Borton kick out? Capture suplex. My head is hurting. I can barely breathe. I'm out of breath. Borton refuses to die. Full Nelson slam by Kaiva. Briggs is like, what the fuck? And Briggs to the top rope for the 18th time in this match. Borton breaks free of Kaiva's grasp. Shoots in. And Kaiva! He went for the landslide again. Broken up by Briggs. That's the 3rd time Briggs has broken up the landslide. Look at that power slam, though. That could do it. 1, 2. Just a 2 count. Briggs, I don't know why Kaiva keeps agreeing to help out Briggs here. Briggs is just being a huge asshole. He's like, I'm going to eliminate Borton, fam. You are not eliminating him. I am. Oh, no. Oh, it's going to get broken up again by Kaiva. No, he lets it happen. See, Kaiva's smart. Again into the pin. 1, 2, 3, and Borton's reign comes to an end. We are guaranteed a new champion, ladies and gentlemen. Will it be Kaiva or will it be Andrew Briggs? The final 2 men remain. Borton eliminating Jeremy Blake, John Reed, and Jay Davis. But the teamwork, the handicap by these 2 men did the deed on Borton. We are guaranteed a new champion. Who's it gonna be? What a performance by the Milkman. As Briggs to the top rope. Kaiva entered 4. Briggs came out 6th. A knee drop straight to the face. Kaiva. Oh my God, Briggs. The dirty heel tactics. Feet on the rope. 1, 2. Just a 2 count. Kaiva ain't about that life, fam. Oh, what a big boot by the Latvian. Oh my God. Rushing forearm combo. Busts Briggs open. Kaiva with a mighty roar. The international title. He can taste it. It's so close. But Briggs not giving up. Briggs, a CMV veteran, a two-time light heavyweight champion. He wants that gold. Kaiva shoots for the landslide. Briggs says, fuck your shit. Puts him in the corner. Oh, back elbow by Kaiva. Kaiva with the landslide. Into the pin. 1, 2, 3. Kaiva is the new international champion. What a match and what a win. Kaiva has done it. The Latvian is the new international champion. What a victory. What a match. What a win for Kaiva. What a showing by Borton. Eliminating 3 men. And it took a handicap scenario. It took 2-on-1 to eliminate him. And even there, it took so much. It took the kitchen sink to throw at Borton in order to eliminate him. Here's the finish, though. It came down to Kaiva and Briggs. A landslide. Finally, no one interrupted. Briggs couldn't very well break it up himself. And there's the 3 count. Kaiva is the new CMV International Champion. And what kind of condition will Borton be in to face Brett Angel in 2 weeks' time at Regicide? Who will be next to step up and challenge Kaiva? What a show, ladies and gentlemen. Match of the night, no doubt, Sarasi and D'Angelo Prince to kick it off. A close second, Schmitty becoming the new United States champion by beating down Samuel Boone. But Kaiva, he had a strategy coming into this one, and it paid off. Indeed, 3 titles changed hands tonight. The only champions to retain were real number 1 Bubbas. Kaiva has done it, ladies and gentlemen. What a show. Thank you for joining me, as always. If you're new to the show and you like what you saw, make sure you follow me so you know when I go live. You want your call on the show, you can check out communityuniverse.forummotion.com. You can get the link to that by typing !join in the chat. And what's there to say, ladies and gentlemen? That was an awesome show. Kaiva is the new international champion. Our final tweet of the night going to come from Tim LaFave, who says, there was no strategy in that mauling. It was done out of fear. Borton won't let this go. I know this from experience. And Duke Briggs, I'm going to final tweet. Duke says, at Andrew, so close, but yet so far away. And don't miss the fallout tomorrow night live on Monday Night Fusion. What Schmitty got to say, and now that he's the undisputed United States champion, who is Justin Sane defending against with Regicide on the horizon? Find that out tomorrow. I will see you all later.